Live from Brooklyn, New York, this is Stay Busy with Armon Sadler.
Well, you know that I'm the guy. I'm out here living life. I'm busy. Stay busy. Stay busy. Making moves and catching flights. So please don't waste my time. I'm busy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Stay Busy with Armon Sadler, brought to you by the Revolt Podcast Network. I'm, of course, your host, head honcho, vegan chorizo Poppy, founder of Bald Nigga Ballers, the Bald Nigga Bombshell, Armon Sadler. Thank you all for tapping in once again. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel, subscribe to all of our audio platforms, leave a like, comment, a share, all that good stuff. It means a lot to what we are doing. If you want access to our slide deck segment, if you want episodes early, if you want bonus content, then subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/staybusypod for all of that good stuff. This week, man, joined by someone who known for a long time. If you use Twitter, you've probably seen his tweets come across your timeline. He might have made you angry at some point. He might have trolled you at some point. This guy, what's there to say about what he's done? Boardroom, FanDuel, worked with Uprocks, worked with Vibe Magazine, sports guy, music guy, wrestling guy, fashion guy. Just all these different pots that he's got his hands in, all these things that he can share his hot takes on, which infuriate the people a lot. But someone who gave me an opportunity years ago, definitely happy that I can call him a friend at this point. Always good to run into each other and catch up. And the man's on his grind. He's inspired me to get back in the gym and get my shit together. He's looking real good, pause. But welcome my guy, Eddie Bansky Gonzalez. What's up, baby?
My brother, thank you. As somebody who gives those intros so often, it's kind of cool to hear one. And I'm like, damn, I've been working at way too many places. I mean, I've been fired too much. Like, what's what I've been doing wrong? But man, I appreciate you. I owe you one. Not only missed your birthday, no excuse. Yeah. It was just like at the house. Okay. Looked like a great night. Mm-hmm. And then we've been meaning to do this for forever, right? Facts.
Yeah, we got a preview with the live take episode. What was that? I think that was last year.
Yeah,
at some point.
Yeah.
But hey, we back now. We back now for a full length for the people. So
shout out Savon too. Y'all living nice in here, man.
Studio's beautiful.
My man is somewhere tropical right now, enjoying life. Like, yo, I gotta tap in with.
It's probably his like 6th Miami trip of the year.
He's on vacation more than he's at home, which is lovely. Yeah. Like, salute him, man.
Nah, inspiring as fuck. So, shout out to him. But let's jump right into it. We got a lot to get to. So both you and I were in the building for SummerSlam. I talked a little bit about night one with my guest last week. Shout out to Kev from Samples and Friends. But how'd you feel about SummerSlam? Was that your first PLE?
It was. It was my first PLE. I haven't been to live WWE in some time. Maybe, I think, pre-pandemic. Mm-hmm. Y'all know me. I'm not complete casual. I'm like step beyond that. Like, I'm not watching every week, but I lock in. But you get a feel of just how great they are at live events when you're there. Like, but you see kind of the way these shows are structured for that. Yeah. They're for that crowd. And even going into the Seth cash-in, just the timing and the cueing on everything they did. Mm-hmm. As a Punk guy, I think Punk is... You know, if I'm making my top 5 as a 90s kid, of course I got HBK, Stone Cold, The Rock. Yeah. But I got Punk right in there, man.
Absolutely.
So they give me the moment. They rip my heart out on the way out. And it's a really surreal feeling walking out and the Enemy's music is playing.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it was great. It was worth every dollar. I had fun.
Yeah.
Next time they're out here, not at MetLife, because we know the hell that MetLife is. I plan to go back.
Yeah, no. The point you made about hearing the villain's music at the end, Triple H loves that. That's his bag. Yes. You look at this past Mania, Seth walks out at the end the winner. John Cena gets number 17 as a heel, and it's just so reminiscent of H's character. But it's so good because you're invested in seeing the villain eventually get taken down. So now we want to see, is Punk going to finally win the Rumble? And then is he going to go to Mania to take down Seth? But it seems like it's a Roman and Seth might be the end game because Punk and Seth have had so many matches already, so I don't know, but I'm interested to find out. That's the coolest thing for me is just seeing that.
Yeah, I'm wondering too, and my thing is, I feel like we know too much now as fans, right? So when we think of it cynically immediately. It's like, oh, well, Punk is clearly checking off these things off the box.
Yeah.
And you know, whether he's gonna sail off soon or not. And that does it cheapen it? I don't know. Like, I don't think he needs to win a Rumble, but there's the story there. He wants Seth that bad. It's the only way he can get him, blah, blah, blah. You know me. I'm waiting. I don't want Roman dealing with Seth. I need The Rock and Roman. I need the match that your hero took from us. I need that bad. And we're just never going to get it because your guy.
Hey, man, you know, it's funny. I was waiting last year for Rock to show back up and not just do the, oh, Cody, I want your soul shit, but like actually have the match that we've been talking about since Roman came back in 2020. Yeah. Like, it's been on the table so many times. And so when I was fantasy booking last year's WrestleMania, I felt like I had to work backwards from, okay, what's Rock doing? Is he having a match with Roman or is he having a match with Cody? And then if not, well, like, what are they doing? So, I mean, yeah, I think a lot of people still want to see it at this point. I don't know how good it will be. I know there's going to be a lot of drama and cinema and shenanigans, but I mean, I think just for the people to finally like get it, like, yeah, do it. But it's up to Dwayne, man.
Yeah, it is. And I asked the same question as you. I don't know how good it can be. The last time Rock wrestled a full match, he very famously ripped his stomach off his ribs, you know. So we watched John, I think, give about all he can give that second night of SummerSlam.
He went
He even told Cody, like, that was the last of me, that's the best me, like, you know, all of that. I don't know what The Rock can and can't do in a ring.
Yeah.
You know, it was funny. I was watching, YouTube kind of threw it at me, was The Rock versus He Who Should Not Be Named. And it was a dream match. And it was like, yeah, this only happens here. Yeah. You know, this only happens here, and we get some semblance of it still being good.
Yeah.
You could say Cody and Cena was that. And so I think, look, we know The Rock, we know his ego, it's his character, it's also his real life.
Yeah.
But if he's going to pass the baton to anybody, you got to figure it's going to be Lil Cuz.
Yeah.
And I want to see it because I'm still the guy that's going, that original stare down was fire.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
I know they thumbs downed it to hell, but it was fire.
And even at the Netflix debut when Rock gave him the Ula follow, like, they spent so much time lingering on that. You're like, okay, this is clearly breadcrumbs for something that y'all are going to come back to. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Does Rock even need to pass Roman the baton at this point? Like,
No, I think the place we're in now is almost to like Roman passing the baton to somebody, whether it's Jake, whether it's Solo, whether it's whomever. But it's just like, you get that moment. It's almost removed from regular canon.
Yeah.
But yeah, like going back to the original point, the rest of the show, it's funny because everybody hated Jade and Tiffy, and like in the building, it was like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah,
like, they're doing a bunch of strong moves. Like, you know, so like watching the show, you know, at the stadium is different. And you get it, you walk out a little happier.
Yeah. You just really like immerse yourself in that environment. You're not being critical of moves and timing and all this stuff. You're just having fun, cheering with people, high-fiving people you don't know. Like, it's legit like going to a regular sporting event. You just be a fan. And I think a lot of people just lack the ability to just be a fan. On the internet, you get points and you get Elon bucks for being critical and, you know, having your stopwatch out for matches. Like, I thought Jade and Tiff was exactly what it needed to be. I think there's a good story with Jade where she thought like the path was clear for her because Naomi cashed in on Raw, but she still lost because Tiff is Teflon. So you got to get in your bag, regroup, show some character, show some layers, and get back there.
Yeah, for people saying she got buried, like, it took a lot of shit to put her down. Like, you know what I mean? So, you know, I thought they both worked out strong. Somebody has to lose the matches, you know. That's just how it works. But yeah, it was a fun night, man. And it's like, you like you said, you get to be a fan. It's one of those places too where I think it's true of like the W, which is a whole other conversation, where like everybody's just fanned out in person. It's fine. You know, like you'll make fun of somebody in a fake jersey basically every scenario in life unless you're at the Garden. And it's like, oh, it's fine. Like, you're repping the gang. It's cool. And I think it's the same thing, like, to watch adults, kids, everybody in between just be like full regalia, like full costume, belts, everything. I think it's dope for people to let loose. You know, I went and got me an Austin shirt. I had to do what I could in the pitch, but like, it's fun, man. It's fun. I like that. I like that liking wrestling is okay again,
bro.
And it's like, you know, that's this cool thing.
Yeah, I get so many of like friends who are like, yo, I used to watch back in the day and I want to get back into it, but I don't know these new guys. They're not as good as the old guys. I'm like, well, you kind of just got to let the Attitude Era be what it was and really take some time to like learn this new product, learn these new characters. Because I promise you, someone like an EO Sky, you're going to fuck with. Someone like even like a Chad Gable, El Grande Americano. Like there's so much just random shit to fuck with. But I think people's resistance to newness and change kind of makes them a bit apprehensive. So yeah, I encourage everyone, like, you know, you see me tweeting about it, posting about it all the time. Happy to answer questions, but turn on that Netflix Mondays, 8 o'clock. I sound like a fucking like I'm on the team. Like they ain't paying me.
Hunter got your ass.
He do. Shout out to Big Hunter, but yeah, but yeah, no, just tap in, just watch. But moving on. Probably one of the most anticipated preseason football games we have ever seen in life. My boy, big, perfect time in Shedeur Sanders on the Browns started. Who they play? I forgot who they played.
Does it matter? Tennessee. They played Tennessee.
Really Tennessee, but yeah, it honestly didn't matter. And there was just so much talk going into it. Like, we've been aggressively tracking his performances in training camp and the OTAs and all that, and how many snaps he's gotten versus Dylan Gabriel and Kenny Pickett and all these guys. And then they announced they're giving him the start. So we're like, oh shit, ticket prices for the game go up, all that. Like, it's fucking nuts. The boy performed pretty well. 2 touchdown passes. Throwing dots. I thought he had really good pocket presence. Like, I was really happy with what I saw. I think there's so much that went into the draft and him not being drafted as high as he was projected to, that I think a lot of people have really like done a poor job in articulating how good at football he is. Like, he's a good quarterback. He won quarterback of the year for a reason. Like, so it wasn't surprising to me, but it's good to see him kind of proving my belief in him right.
Yeah, look, you get these guys, they're often flamboyant, young black guys.
Yeah.
And it's like people are waiting for them to be humble. People are waiting to tear them down. So these guys are just talented. And the funny part about Shedeur is he's pretty humble. And he is pretty, hardworking and all that. Having flair on the field or flair in the tunnel, that doesn't preclude you from being good. So it's dope to see him do that. I mean, you want to temper a little bit of the expectation or whatever. That's fine. Yeah, it's preseason. And he's competing against backups, but he's a rookie. Yep. He's a rookie and he's not competing with his best weapons either. So you can tell that story in every way. I'm just happy he did well. I look forward to seeing what he can do. I'm not in a rush for him to be a megastar, but he's got a lot of talents that matter on Sundays. He's accurate, he's smart, that'll carry you a long way. He's not as fast as his pops, but he's going to be a pro quarterback for a long time. So I'm rooting for Shedeur. He's the people's champ right now. Man. It's going to be hard to make me root against him. I don't care. Even him talking down the reporter like, yo, you never got
that was dope.
I'm like, yo, we need more of that. So it was dope to see. I hope, even if he doesn't get a starting role week 1, I hope he gets a chance this year to show what he can do. The Browns are a mess. We know that. The Browns have been a mess.
He's going to get a lot of play time by like midseason.
Yeah, but like, and I'm fine with that. It's a long-term project to be a quarterback in this league. And these guys get good in their 30s. They get better in their 30s. So I want to see Shedeur do well. And I'm with you. I'm rooting for him. Throwing my watch up every time I see his ass.
No, absolutely. He's going to bring a lot of eyes to the Browns team, and I think they've had a lot of negative headlines the last few years. So I think that'll be good for them. I think bringing more people out to the games, literally just like being invested in them. I don't see them making the playoffs this year. Very tough division.
Yeah,
still got
tough
some
conference.
Yeah. Like it's tough. So, but I think that they have the makings of something. I mean, they do have a Jerry Jeudy. They got Jerome Ford. Quinshon Judkins is there. So, like, they have talent, but it's going to take some time. But I think that's perfectly fine. I think Shedeur sitting behind Joe Flacco will be great for him. But yeah, like I said, I think by midseason, he'll be taking those starter snaps and he'll really get to show us what he could do. And Madden, he's a 68 right now. So he'll probably get up to like a 74 by the end of the season,
It's a crowded QB room there.
It is,
and even if this turns into a situation where final week of camp, we're looking at him going somewhere else. Wherever he lands and he makes sense. I think, his pops, I think his inner circle period, he's been mentored by Tom Brady. Like he knows how he wants to go about this. He's not going to panic. Same thing with Shiloh. So, I think they're ready for this. They're ready for the long haul. And, who's had a crazier career than his dad and who can give him more better advice than his dad. So he's in a good place.
For sure. Yeah, man. So I'll be watching Cleveland Browns games this year. God bless to me, I
Red
guess.
Zone one screen, Cleveland Browns another. It's going to be like the old Barry Bonds alerts or like Shohei now. Like, yo, he's getting on the field. He's warming up. All right, I'm locked in.
Yeah, for sure. Because I don't know what the Jets going to do for me this year. So
hey, good luck. I'm a Raider fan. Let me not get too loud. Put my chest out.
It's been tough over there.
Good luck.
Justin Fields looked good in his preseason game, though. I mean, it's preseason, but he looked good. He looked good.
We do this every year, right? We always say it's preseason, and then we get wrapped up in it, and then the regular season starts.
Yeah. I'm cautiously optimistic until it's time to be realistic.
Yeah.
Another thing I'm cautiously optimistic about is this upcoming NBA season. So I want to ask you, as big NBA guy, constantly giving out the NBA takes. There are 3 teams I'm very interested in this upcoming year. So I want you to let us know how you feel about their offseason moves and what you think they're going to do, in the long term. So first we'll start Los Angeles Lakers.
Hey, man, I mean, you signed Luka to that deal. That was the move you needed to make, right? Are they a title team right now, right this second? For everybody that shits on DeAndre Ayton, I think what you got to understand is DA the greatest center in the league? No, of course not. Is he a massive upgrade for what you were dealing with in the second half of last season? Yes.
Yep.
Are they better than the Thunder now? Probably not. But I'm excited to see a full season of LeBron and Luka. I'm excited to let JJ get a full camp with those guys.
Yep.
For them to figure out what that team is, there's a lot to like there. There's a lot to be a little bit frustrated about. I think there's moves to still be made. Whatever LeBron tried to do and didn't do, maybe there's more that happens there. But look, they're going to be a strong team and be a playoff team. And as long as you're looking at Luka and LeBron on the court, you can always convince yourself they could win 4 games.
Yeah.
So it's going to be an exciting. It's just a crowded conference though.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure one of the teams you about to ask about, they got way better this summer and they gonna win the title. So get the Lakers out of the way, man.
Let's get into it. The Houston Rockets.
Yeah, I mean, best offseason since 2016 Warriors offseason, I would guess. But nah, jokes aside, I'm excited for bro.
Yeah.
I think it's a great fit for him. I think it's a very unique team that he's never had. He's never really played with a versatile center like Alfred Sengun. He's never really played with the athletes on the wings he's going to have now with Tari, with Armon. They were able to keep Jabari in the trade, which is, we're obviously really excited about. So, beyond just being happy for him, I like what that team is. And you look at what that team was last year. Tough team, could go battle with anybody, but they needed buckets.
Yep.
And now you go get the best bucket ever. It's simple math. I think when you look at their offseason too, what they gave up to get Kevin is probably best case scenario. You got Jalen Green, who was in a situation where they weren't too high on him anyway. You could tell that in their contract situation. You could tell that in just the way they would bench him at different times.
Yeah.
You lose Dylan, who, look, it would be great to have Dylan there to defend, but those are Kevin's minutes anyway. So he's not going to, he's going to have to figure out a new role on the team anyway. So I think it was best case scenarios in terms of that trade. And I'm excited to see what they do. Hopefully they stay healthy. They starting them off game 1 in OKC, watching OKC get the ring.
Yeah.
I had heard it as a rumor a couple of weeks ago and we laughed about it. This is some shit. And now it's real. I can't wait for all the memes and tweets when the team goes into the locker room, like every other team does during the ring ceremony, but it'll be more because it's Kevin.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. I'm excited to see the season. I think, look, am I putting them over the Thunder just yet? Of course I am. But I know what the Thunder are.
Yeah.
I know what the Nuggets are.
Yeah.
But I do think they're right in that tier.
Yeah, the Nuggets, I'm glad you brought that up. They had a pretty good offseason too. I feel like they've retooled and they're right back to where you got to really be worried about them. And, you know, Timberwolves are the Timberwolves. Like, they still have some growth, but I think that they'll be within that top 4, top 5 area. The West is good, man. They're like 1 through 8, because you still got the Warriors. Like, they may not be what they used to be, but, like, Steph is still there, bro. Like, it's...
Right. And it's like they're a move away. You know what I mean? They feel like they're a move away. And the other LA team, the Clippers, they're right there as well.
Yeah.
The West is tough. It feels like Portland got better, and they finished the season strong. So, and then you obviously got the alien out there in San Antonio. And what other leap can he take this year to be even better than he already was? You know, his floor was Rudy Gobert, who can make jumpers. He's already at his floor.
Yeah.
What the hell is his ceiling? So it's going to be an exciting year in the West. The East?
The East is going to be messy. Perfect segue. New York Knicks.
Look, their offseason might not be over. Like, wink, wink. But things are just breaking for them, aren't they? Like, things are just breaking for them. A lot of people are writing off the East this year, but I think for good reason. When you lose Jason Tatum, who maybe is the best player in that conference, I'm biased, but I would say, yeah. When you lose Tyrese Halliburton, who's the engine of the best team in that conference last year, that changes the calculus of the entire season. You lose Dame is out, Giannis may be out. So we're talking 3 of the best 4 or 5 teams. That rearranges everything. I'm looking at Detroit. I think they're going to be exciting. They're going to be a little better. Who the hell knows what's going on with Malik Beasley? I think Orlando got a lot better.
Yeah.
But when I look at the Knicks, like, it's prime. It's right there for them.
Theirs.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is their opportunity to do that. Are they going to face some competition? Of course. But they got the right nucleus, I think. They got the right amount of chemistry. They roll into this season hot. You bring in Mike Brown, you know, maybe that reinvigorates whatever they didn't have already. I love Jalen Brunson. I mean, I'm in that Detroit team. Look, he was in that Detroit series. He was being a little bit of a grifter, I know. But in the next couple series, he was going. You know what I mean? So he can hoop. I like Cat, despite most people not liking Cat. It's a powerful team, and they're gonna make another run towards the conference finals. And you know, if we see the finals in New York City, the way they was tearing down, what is that, 8th Street?
It was nuts.
For round 2 games?
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yo, please don't let them play in June, man. I want my New York summer to be moderate and chill, man.
Yeah, that was fun. Is there any team you think is going to surprise people this year that we didn't already talk about?
I mean, I just mentioned the 2 that I'm looking to make a leap, which is Orlando and Detroit. But I think San Antonio.
Yeah.
Like, somehow we're sleeping on San Antonio. You know, Wemby's healthy now. I think De'Aaron Fox is starting to get a little bit of a bad rap. He got a big contract.
Yeah.
Everybody's wondering how he's going to fit with Castle and with Harper. Yo, Harper's 6'7". Like, let's just play all 3 of these guys. Who cares? And by the way, De'Aaron Fox is better than Castle. So what do you mean? How's Castle going to fit with him?
Yeah.
So they got a lot of wiggle room. If Giannis does become available, Giannis makes perfect sense for them.
Yeah.
But again, I'm just excited to see Wemby be a better player over and over and over. So that's the team. I mean, if there's anybody else, I mean, the West is so stacked, it's hard to call anybody a surprise. But
literally 1 through 9. Like, because the Mavs, like, I know Kyrie's still going to be out, but they got AD. They got Cooper Flag. Like, that.
Christmas game for them, man. That's no joke. It's still blockbuster. And I think, you know, if you get Kyrie back, you know, right for that home stretch, they're going to be a dangerous team as well.
For sure. Yeah. Can't wait to see it. Let's jump into some music, man. So last week, probably one of the more exciting things that happened in hip hop this year. People just check Apple Music and Tidal. Lil Wayne's mixtapes was available, so now you can listen to Upgrade You. You know, CDQ. What Lil Wayne edition was like the most exciting for you of all the mixtapes that got?
So I ran the Drought 3. I think as everybody probably did and should have. I think if it's not the best mixtape, it's one of the 5. You know, the argument I've seen today is mixtapes a South thing or a New York thing. I go back and forth, but like,
it's interesting. That
run from him and some of those unauthorized tapes that we're never gonna get, and we're never gonna get Louisiana on Apple, but Drought 3 was like the culmination of that.
Absolutely.
And it was the absolute peak of what he was doing, and he smoked it.
Yeah.
He smoked every single syllable on that. So yeah, I ran to that. I ran to put some keys on that. I ran to Get High, Rule the World. I had to hear that. They still tucked away Dedication 2. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah,
but they still got it on YouTube. But it's just one of those things that's like, even now, almost 20 years later, it's still such a properly rated and understood moment in time. We tend to overrate or underrate everything.
Yeah.
But that mixtape Wayne and especially that tape, and I think the Drought is Over 4 was right around there, and some of the other joints. It was just like, it was as great as everybody said. It was impactful as everybody said. And so it's dope that they're able to do this. Not to hate on Ross, but then they drop his on there, and it's like, I guess.
Yeah.
But I do love that this is something they do. I was heavily invested in the Cole getting his stuff back on there.
Right. Yeah.
You know, Drake with the So Far Gone situation. There's some other tapes. I wish Wale could get the original mixtape About Nothing on there. That was like my era, man. That was when I was locked in, and so, you know, I'm geeked to see Lil Wayne. I will say they had the regular D6 and not the Reloaded, which has a couple joints that I love. So I'm still complaining. I wouldn't be mad if they get No Ceilings 2 at some point.
That'd be hard.
Because he rapped on a guy we're going to talk about here in a little bit, Bryson Tiller's Don't, that I love. But it's just dope to get this. And I think we're kind of in a weird year of renewed appreciation for Wayne. I'm one of the weirdos who like some of the songs from Carter 6.
There was good shit on there.
I thought it
wasn't a good album, but there was good shit on there.
It was some good songs. I mean, when you put 30 on a disc, I'm a fine 10. You know, but you know, I like that Wayne is getting this appreciation again, and it's well deserved. Wayne is the GOAT, man. Wayne is a GOAT if you want to be that guy. But what did you run to? What was the one you were dying to hear?
I ran right to what was it? Fuck, just Drought 3 as well. Drought 3. Yeah, Drought 3. But yeah, no, I agree. I think, like, especially after the Super Bowl stuff, like, for a lot of people who love Wayne and think Wayne belonged on that stage, it's partially the mixtapes, but also the hits that, like, make us believe he could carry a performance like that. But a lot of people who either weren't there or didn't pay attention enough, now it's easier for us to put them on. It's like, yo, now you can check out this mixtape. Check out this mixtape run that really solidified this guy that we love. So yeah, I was really happy to see it. I've been wondering if it's like someone just random uploading them or if it's him and his team. I don't know. Regardless, it's good to have this stuff be easily accessible.
I was scared when it happened. It was one of those unauthorized joints, and it was going to be gone in an hour.
Yeah, but it's still up.
and like, not to rehash the Super Bowl convo, but as somebody who has seen him a dozen times, and I've seen him at Zook in Vegas, and I just seen him at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
He could do the Super Bowl.
Yeah, bro. Like,
he knows the songs.
Yeah.
Like, he did Swag Surf at the Garden. Like, I damn near cried.
Yeah.
But like, I knew people was full of shit when it went from Wayne can't do it to T-Pain could do the Super Bowl. I'm like, hey, leave me alone.
Yeah.
Stop talking to me.
And they pick and choose like certain moments from the shows to highlight like, oh, he's a bad performer. Like his WrestleMania performance. It's like a 15-minute snippet of a Millie. And they're like, oh, nah, he's terrible. We can't do it. I'm like, bro, that's not a fair
and it's example. Like weird sounds there. Like that's not built to be, you know what I mean? And like I think the way they said to it was like that came together super late. And it was just like, So anyway, it's dope to see Wayne get his flowers.
For sure.
And you know, that was a time we wasn't sure how long we was gonna have Wayne, you know. So to have kind of old Wayne, Grandpa Wayne, I believe he is now. It's dope to see. We gotta celebrate, you know, some of these legends aging up more now. And I think we're kind of getting there. Like everybody's doing the parade with the clips now, but even like Raekwon, Redman, these guys dropping albums, everybody's celebrating them.
Yeah,
we gotta celebrate these dudes because, you know, we're so used to them falling off and pointing and laughing at them. But I'll tell y'all just like this, if you go to that Ja Rule Nelly show, you're gonna have the time of your life and you're gonna feel like a jackass for all the jokes. So it's dope to see Wayne doing it. He's on tour now, and Jason Tatum, he went and he hit me. He was like, man, that shit was dope. It was the time of my life.
Yeah.
The same thing for Jeezy. He went to Jeezy's show and was just like, dog, that shit. I'm gonna play it. I got a voice note because we was talking about this shit. And like, it's like, dog, like these dudes still got it. Like these dudes are legends for a reason.
Yeah.
I would have to really do some thinking, but nigga, last night I went to Jeezy I went to the Jeezy show, and that was easily top 3 hip-hop concert I ever been to. So off the strength, wherever Jeezy was at, he got moved up.
Like, dog, go see these dudes in live. Like, Jeezy touring the country with an orchestra now.
Yeah.
That shit look amazing.
He was in Baltimore, I know, last week. I don't know. I got to check the date, see when he's coming up here. But I don't think I've seen Jeezy live. So I need to do that.
I seen him like, it was a short set, but like, he be the one reminding me, like, man, Jeezy got shit.
Bro.
Like, I gotta see Jeezy in person.
Well, what an era. Like 2005 to like 2012.
Yeah.
Like peak Jeezy. But then even after that, he was still dropping good shit. So.
He a sneaker joint in there out of nowhere. So it's like, again, we got to celebrate these dudes, and like maybe we just the unks now. But,
we are. But, I'm 30 now.
But I'm gonna go. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm not ashamed. I'll go too.
Yeah, at some point I gotta just own it. I feel like Kyrie at Kai Cenat house for most of the time, but now I'm kind of like, all right.
But you stay tapped in with the youngins too, though. Like, you do a good job of that.
I'll be knowing what's happening.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
I'll be outside.
You cool, You cool,
I guess so.
Speaking of being tapped in, Gunna, the last one, man. First, before we get to that, I want to ask, how have you felt about Gunna since his music since he got out in that was December 2022, and they put out Gifts and a Curse, put out 1-on-1 last year. How have you felt about Gunna? I've got thoughts, but
I'm the guy. I'm the guy that was warming up my when do we finally admit Gunna is better than Thug take, and I'm putting the Discogs next to each other. And I'm that asshole. And then like he kind of fucked it up for me. But I love Giving the Curse. Like that album hit at a perfect time for me. I loved it. It was really refreshing.
Yeah.
But now 2 more of that album is a little frustrating. You see these tweets and they're sliding the songs, and it's the same beat essentially. You know, it's a lot of the same subject matter.
Yeah.
I think not really being able to tap in with features in the way that he probably should.
Yeah.
They're long ass albums too.
They are.
And I think that's a bigger part of the problem than anything else.
Yeah.
Now, whatever strategy he's using to do that, you know, the flow is there. I think, you know, when he's kind of able to get better producers, we'll see better elements of that. But I usually hate when people say this, but it feels like a long song.
Yeah.
And this is definitely the culmination of that in a bad way. I liked 1-of-1. I liked some joints on there.
Yeah, that's some shit.
It is funny to see them mixed into that tweet where it's like those beats of Neck on the Yacht was my shit. And it's like, I've actually heard this.
I've heard 10 of this.
Like if he's really rapping on Gunna type beats, that's frustrating. But it's like, I was blowing off that criticism for a while, but it's hard to ignore on this album.
Yeah.
So it's a tough listen. I hope he is out of his contract and can do whatever it is he wants to do. But I'm curious to see what you think. We ain't even talked about it at all.
Yeah. I'm a big Gunna fan. I fucked with him since like 2016. Like I was in college, like early Gunna. And so it was exciting to see him get out and have a hit like Fuck You Mean. Kind of a cult hit like Rodeo Drive. And I agree. Gift and the Curse is a really good album. But I had to be honest with myself and say, I'm also giving him a lot of grace right now. Like it's the excitement of him kind of getting out and succeeding in spite of the people who've turned their backs on him. Because like you compare any of these albums to his past stuff, like Drip Season Forever, Drip Season 3, Wanna, all those albums smoke this new stuff.
They're not fucking with Wanna.
It smokes this new stuff.
And there's something lost in like, it's also down tempo and slow too. Whereas when I go back to Wanna, even Met Gala was like quicker than this. You know, the joint with Future was like, and I'm not checking the BPMs on my computer, but they're more upbeat songs. And like, it's just like, he needs to find that pocket again or something. And I've liked the singles, like when he leaks the singles but it's just, there's no elevation here anymore. Like you said, maybe we were giving grace, just excited to have him back. I didn't love DS3 right before he got locked up, but
Drip Season Forever,
but like it was good. It was a different. There was some more versatility to it.
Yeah,
I think he's also struggling with like, you know, he wants to remain commercially viable too. And so he's doing that. And you know, people saying TikTok songs. I think that's just one song. I think that's just that one damn song.
Yeah, classy girl.
as somebody who's going to the gym and then like a song of affirmations, I kind of respect it. I'm just never playing that shit ever.
Yeah.
Today I did good. It's like, yo, whatever.
Yeah.
But I do think that's a part of it too, where he's not blackballed. He's clearly not. But he's struggling to figure out what a hit is right now. I think a lot of artists are though, to be honest.
For sure. Absolutely.
What even is a hit?
Yeah.
We're doing the Song of Summer debate now, and it's in August, and nobody has an answer.
I
see somebody try to say it was one of them clip songs.
I saw that too.
And I wanted to like, I'm not trying to like, I know my reputation. So I'm trying to stay out the clip shit as much as I can.
Yeah.
But be fucking serious. Be fucking serious for 2 minutes, man.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think like a lot of rappers, especially at the mainstream level that Gunna's at, they're struggling with that right now.
For
and
sure.
You know, Drake conspiracy and all, you know, he can't get on the radio.
Yeah.
And that's dictating a lot of what that is.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of songs just aren't catching.
No, I agree.
It's true for Gunna as much as anybody.
Yeah. This album really, like I've reached the end of my, all right, I'm gonna give him grace. Like I gotta see evolution. The production is not dynamic enough. It's like you said, the same tempos, the same flows. Like, and I also had to confront that. Like, for someone like me, who I'm obviously as a journalist, I'm a critic. I'm listening differently. I think for his fans, they just want vibes.
Yeah.
Like so for the people who just like are, and this, I don't use this as a negative, but they're kind of easy to please. Like they're not looking for too much.
Yeah.
This is great for them. Like I saw Joe Budden love this album. I was like, all right, well, for someone in your position, like you love this. But me, and I think Gunna has a really great opportunity now to really establish himself as a solo star without the Thug holding his hand. And not that Thug held his hand, but the Thug co-signed it a lot for him. And like, with the lack of producers willing to work with him, the lack of artists willing to work for him, like he's at a position where he can really push it forward by himself. And I think he's kind of taken a step back with each album since he got out. So yeah, it's tough to see. I mean, I think there's some good stuff on here. I actually like the song with Burna Boy. I like the song with WizKid, but I've heard it all before.
Yeah.
Like it's just too. It's just, all right, you've made better versions of this, so it's not moving me enough. I love that Offset's so willing to, stand by him. I love that they've worked together so much.
All the joints they made have been great, too. Yeah. I like Proud of Them a lot. I think that's the best one, but the joints they made have been dope.
Yeah.
And I agree with you saying, too, about the fandom of it all. And, like, as a semi-retired journalist, my damn self, I try to be as fanned out as much as I can.
Yeah.
And look, like, a Hanes white tee is great.
Mm-hmm.
You could wear them shits every day and it'll be fine. You'll like how it looks, But if you get a cashmere tee, you might look at the Hanes white. You still wear the Hanes white tee, but you're like, yo, I've heard Met Gala before. I've heard Money on the Way before.
Yes.
I've heard like all the it's a million Gunna.
Yeah.
So it's like I need more of that.
Exactly.
Him and Thug are never rapping together again. Him and Future are never rapping together again.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know who else is gonna cross that line. It's easy for me to say because I wasn't in the courtroom every day, but like I kind of wish they would. I mean, it's the game is real divided right now.
It's weird.
Not to bring everything back to the
but I mean,
it's
you
real
have to
fucking divided right now.
You have to,
and it's to a point now too. Like people are holding the line. Like people are like, I don't do that, or they're speaking out about it, or they see somebody cross the picket line, so to speak. And now we're marking you as for whatever it is. I'm actually surprised we haven't had the Drake Gunna song at some point, but he seemed to be very pro Thug.
Oh, he is, yeah.
And then obviously Future's in the middle of that. So it's like all murky as shit. And it's so funny. It's like, I'm not going to say what I want to say. I'll say it more nicely. They need each other. They need each other. We know who they really need. Yeah. But they need each other.
Yeah.
And they're all a little bit hurting of it. I would say the same for Future.
Yeah.
And 40 songs in a month is a lot.
Yeah.
And are you playing any of them still? And I love Future.
Yeah, man.
That Thug album, whenever it comes, it's gonna be scary
Yeah.
in a bad way because they need it to work. I mean, look at Baby. Baby's dealing with the same shit. He's whimpering an album out right now,
Bro.
and nobody cares.
People try to get excited about the leaks. I'm like, yo, every time y'all get hype about a Lil Baby leak, it blows me because it sounds like every other Lil Baby snippet. Like,
yeah, and I enjoyed the album earlier this year. Like, I really liked the song he had with 21. There's a couple songs in there that I really liked.
Yeah,
but it's just like it's just not there anymore. Like, Atlanta is crazy divided. Hip hop is crazy divided in general, and one of the things that's happening too, and this is like we'll talk about this for 5 hours. There's kind of like no new sounds developing just yet. I think the closest thing we had was maybe Cash.
Yeah.
And you know, all of that shit they doing, and I fuck with it. And Bieber tapped in, and like I think
there's a lot of people jumping on the wave.
Yeah,
now.
I think that's the closest thing. But we don't have that new wave of just like something popping, and I don't see that on the horizon either. And so that's another thing we could say Gunna is suffering from because he's trying to find it, but he ain't found it yet.
Yeah. Sucks to see, man, because he's talented, super talented dude. I really think like he was like primed, like 2022 before he got locked up. Like Drip Season Forever outsold Weekend on FM. Like he was on the rise. Like I felt like he was probably gonna drop again that year and really take over. And
I'm really happy for Sergio. Like he's turned his life around. He's figuring that shit out. I don't know if he's probably still on parole dealing with the conditions of that and all that, but it is dope to see him kind of like get back out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want Gunna to be better at what he's doing than he is right now.
That's it. Yeah. So that's our takes. Let us know how y'all felt about the last one. Finally, and I think we'll get a very interesting discussion here. Bryson Tiller dropped the first album from his double album, Solace and the Vices. The Vices out now. I believe it was 11 or 12 songs, features from Lil Tyler. Who else? Bossman D-Lo, Rick Ross, T-Pain, Plies, somebody else on there. Baby Drill. I think Baby Drill's on there. Bands. What's your thoughts on Young Tiller, man?
Yo, I didn't know I was getting a rap album when I locked in. I thought I was gonna get some R&B tunes.
Yeah.
I got a lot of 16s from Bryson. I actually thought it was cool. I mean, like, he's one of them artists, like, he goes away for so long and not exactly sure what you're getting. You know, he recently had, I thought, great comments about, like, he's never beaten that album again, but he doesn't want to. Like, you know, he did it. Like, you can't take it away from him, and he did it.
Yeah.
You know, it seems like this is gonna be two different waves, which I think is cool. It's okay. Like, you know, it's okay. As somebody who's been in their R&B and pop bag recently a lot, it's okay. It's like passable.
Yeah.
I love that Lil Tyler got a look. I'm a big Lil Tyler fan.
That's one of my favorite songs on there.
They bounced back and forth on that. I thought it was fire.
Yeah.
I like that Plies is back out here. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Ross kind of was, again, I got my hater hat on with Ross in general, but it was like forgettable.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool. I want the R&B Bryson though.
That's
what I'm waiting for. And I think like if you go in it with that lens, it's gonna hurt it for you. And I did.
Yeah.
And so when I get this R&B Bryson, I'm gonna be ready. Between him and Mariah the Scientist, my fall and my winter gonna be locked in.
Yeah. That's why the whole double album concept thing was interesting, because like all of his albums, obviously I think we view him as an R&B artist, but he's always kind of mixed in the rap stuff. And I felt like he did a good job kind of doing it evenly for people who like both.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's doing a split double album, but then even on this, he's still singing a lot. Like it's not a pure rap project. So the execution of it was really interesting to me. I'm not a big fan of Rap Tiller. Like Rambo, great song, obviously. Like he's got a couple joints, but Exchange, like Sorry Not Sorry, Right My Wrongs. Like I'm always going to him for the R&B. So
look, when he comes out on Drake's set, he's going to the hits. And we know what the hits are. You know what I mean? So I thought it was interesting. Again, I didn't exactly know what I was walking into, so that smacked me a little bit. Also, what is this SZA ass cheat code where we're putting out albums half and half and trying to drag it? Youngboy just did this and annoyed me too.
Yeah.
Put the album out or don't. Like the songs are done. Like, what's up? But I I'll be looking forward to R&B Tiller,
For sure.
like you said. But this is cool. This should get you by if you was waiting for some new Bryson.
Yeah. I wasn't like amazed by it, but there's some. I like the Chris Brown sample On My Way.
Yes,
because I don't think people really sample that record a lot. That's one of Chris Brown's best songs ever too. So
he had a joint on there with the glizzy sound too. With the Cash Cobain.
Yeah.
I hate when they call it sexy drill. Whatever that shit's called.
The slizzy.
The slizzy is fine. But yeah, he you could tell he had a vibe he caught and he wanted to get that off and hopefully the next joint is like the bread and butter.
Yeah, for sure. But so Trap Soul you liked?
Yes.
How about True to Self? That's the polarizing one for Bryson.
I was kind of off by then.
That's crazy.
It's funny. It's as much as we talk about like Drake's influence, and I'm not trying to bring every combo back to Drake, but this one actually does belong in it. I feel like his influence in R&B is stronger than it is in rap.
For sure.
And Tiller is one of his truest children.
Yeah.
But there's like it's hard to do the Drake shit when you're not Drake.
Facts.
And there's like that downside of that. The other guy I would say is Tory, which is always funny to me. Like people were banging the table for Tory. I'm like, what is this fucking great Tory Lanez album that y'all are fighting this hard for him for? Like he ain't made shit we need to be doing this for.
Yeah,
like
it's those Chicks tapes, and it's like I think people get more excited about the samples he picks, than the actual songs.
The production.
Like he sampled Proud Family theme songs. That's the one people run to, and it's a good song. I'm just like. I don't need I can exist without this. Like this isn't I don't know, it didn't change my life. But
look, it's some problematic artists and it's like they're terrible people, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I understand why you like are a little conflicted because you want to hear Fiesta remix.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking conflicted about Tory Lanez, yo. Like it's fine. I'll take all that shit off my phone. But again, like to back to the point of Bryson, like it's also one of those things too where like we associate that kind of sing-songy rap sound with certain people to where it's tough to hear from other people.
Yeah.
But I like Bryson. I like these Carter's Lane. I also like kind of like the him of it all. Like I said, going back to the quote where he was like, "Nah, I'm not trying to match that. Like you guys are crazy." Very modern, kind of like regular guy artist. So I fuck with Bryson.
Nigga just likes to play his video games, hang with his family. Like he be chilling. Yeah, I actually like True to Self. It's a lot of people hated that, and I mean he hates it himself. He's talked about that. But I thought Anniversary was cool too. I liked his album last year, the self-titled one. He had some good shit on there last year, and it kind of fell. I mean, I think it dropped like a month before the beef really broke out. So. You know how that goes.
Everything gets lost in that vortex.
Yeah. So if y'all haven't, I would say go back to his self-titled album from last year. It was pretty good. But yeah, so looking forward to Solace. Need this nigga singing more. I'm looking forward to some cool features too. Bryson usually does pretty well with picking his features out. Yeah. So we'll see about that. But we're gonna jump into a Patreon segment. So if you're not subscribed to the Patreon segment, if you're not subscribed to the Patreon, subscribe patreon.com/staybusypod. Like I said, we've got a guy here who does very well at infuriating the people and providing some very polarizing hot takes. So our Patreon segment for this week is, will bands get banned? What is a Drake album you can believe that you can remove from his catalog and his catalog will still be immaculate?
Okay. We're going to make everybody mad since we're doing that anyway. I'm going to say Take Care. I'm going to say Take Care.
I'm with you.
Because
I'm with you.
This goes along with my other take. Me and Kevin just went viral for saying Certified Lover Boy is a classic, incredible. I stand by it.
Yeah.
I am Captain piped down as the best Drake song. Captain, like, he's getting better.
He is. And
as crazy as it sounds, that album is kind of aged.
It's aged very well. Because I didn't like it much at first. Like, Champagne Poetry didn't move me at first. I felt like, I don't know, just Certified Lover Boy just didn't hit me.
Yeah.
And typically Drake albums, I'm with it. I'm with it immediately. But as I go back to it over the years, In Too Deep, bro. Fucking Fans. Even like Get Along Better, I didn't like much at first. That one has grown on me crazy. Like, I think it's a great album.
The thing with Take Care is I feel like it's almost sounds like another artist.
Yeah.
That's how dated it is in a sense. And it's hard to call Drake music dated because the production is always so strong and timeless in that sense. I know we're standing out, but it's true. Because his sound is so unique and he's crafted some of those sounds. But if you listen, even his voice on the R&B joints, it's a little dated. Like some of his raps, the little punchline rap he was doing at the time, they're a little dated. So I would take that out because almost everything after that was like incredible to me and has these timeless songs. Not to say that Take Care doesn't, but you know, Nothing Was the Same has a bunch of those. If you're reading this, It's Too Late has 10 of those. You know, you can't go without Energy. Like you can't go without Madonna. Like, and then this second phase, the post Meek era, and you know, for an artist who gets the it's all the same, no evolution talk. It's like 5 separate albums he's dropped since then, and they are so far different from each other. I think you could say CLB and For All the Dogs are similar in some vein.
Absolutely.
But I also think that's just like the further evolution of the Drake sound, which I think is the Jaded, the Drew Picasso, the Pipe Down, the Race My Mind. He's essentially made like the R&B remix his own song. And so like this is the peak of that. That just wasn't there on Take Care. It's funny because it's kind of there on Thank Me Later with Karaoke, with The Resistance. I've always said Karaoke is like, well, Race My Mind is a better version of what he was trying to do on Karaoke back then. And Resistance is like the same. They're all kind of in this same family.
It's kind of like the Remorse.
And I think that's the quintessential like Drake record. You know, you don't get jaded unless you have the Resistance. Or there's actually a few I would say on So Far Gone as well where he sings them and then he just comes in with this verse at the end that's kind of like a punch. But yeah, I'm gonna say Take Care just because I think it's a little bloated. You're gonna miss cameras really bad. Really bad. But like if I did a top 10 Drake songs right now, I don't know that anything would be on there for me. Great album, but I'm gonna say that one.
I end up skipping a lot of Take Care when I go back to it now. And it's wild to say because that is the craziest take to people. Like so many people are like, that has to be top 2. I'm like, it doesn't. It really doesn't have to be top 2.
No, I don't think it's like the hot take I did was I don't think it's top 5, but like
I agree.
And it's
I
like,
agree.
You know, I feel like the song I go back to the most is Cameras, which obviously is incredible, but Underground Kings, which is just like rapping. Like he's just, you know, it's cool because of the beat and kind of what he's saying. But that would be my one.
Okay. Drake's best timestamp record.
Oh, it's Calabasas.
Okay.
And so it's either Calabasas or Toronto, but I'm gonna give Calabasas now. It's longer, it's more pointed. I like the beat
more fun.
Better. It's
I feel like it's the best song of the timestamps. I know people go to the timestamps for the rapping, but I think the production and the actual song making of it all, the little nuances, the little ad libs, the things you remember, the ha 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 ha, or like just, you know, to take that, no love in the heart, so they fake that, just all those things. I think you walk away from that with the most things that you can quote. So.
I would ask, does Do Not Disturb count? And does Middle of the Ocean count? Because I think they're all the same family of songs. But if he doesn't title it, we'll give it a check.
He says 7 a.m. in Germany on Do Not Disturb. So a lot of people have, you know, put that in the timestamp family. And I mean, if it's in there, the convo gets tough. Because Do Not Disturb, I think, is one of his best rap performances ever. And I think Middle of the Ocean is his most recent best rap performance ever. Is there one on Dogs? No, I don't think there's one for All the Dogs. Maybe 8 a.m. in Charlotte.
I like 8 a.m. a lot. But
it's good.
We didn't immediately put it at the top of this list. We almost forget it's a time. I'm going to go Calabasas. I'll say Toronto second.
Okay.
I'll say the last one is, what's it? New York.
6 p.m. in New York on If You're Reading This?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
I would say
that's a really good one. It's slept on.
I would say that's last on the list for me.
You would put that below 9 a.m. in Dallas?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
9 a.m. in Dallas just has that nostalgic feel.
Yeah. I remember opening YouTube, playing that.
I think that's why.
Yeah. It's a good beat. It's a really good beat.
Great playlist.
Yeah.
Great playlist.
Yeah. Okay. Respect that. Well, listeners, we got into a lot on Patreon. If you want all of Bands' hot takes, and if we're going to get Bands banned from the club, then make sure you subscribe, patreon.com/staybusypod for all of that. But of course, we got to get into everything you've done. We talked about it a bit earlier. Obviously, you've written for a bunch of different places, your work at the boardroom, your work with FanDuel. I feel like you're kind of like, it's funny. There's that clip going around of Offset's interview with Rory and Mal. And because Mal got attacked for like saying that Drake made the Migos kind of pop off more. You're kind of like the Migos in that situation where you did a lot before linking up with Kevin Durant. But obviously working with Kevin Durant, going to boardroom just kind of puts you on a whole other stratosphere. Like when you look back over what you've done these last like 6 years at this point, like how does that almost make you feel? Like, do you feel like you worked hard and you earned this? And obviously, I'm not questioning that. I know that you did, but people on the internet love to, man, like you're just Kevin Durant's little, little buddy, little like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I like for people like us who are in our position, who have worked hard to get to where we get, and then kind of have these connections that help to propel us. Like, how have you kind of processed all of that and everything you've been able to do?
Nah, it's a great question. It's something I've struggled with. Like, there was a time when it was like, you kind of start thinking that, like, did I get lucky? You know what I mean? But you kind of realize that, and I credit Kevin to this. You know what I mean? That's my brother for real. Like, I don't really care, but I don't think people realize how close we are and like stuff like that. And I credit him for kind of helping me understand it. It's like, getting into the room is an accomplishment.
For sure.
Like you don't get to get in every room. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if it was that easy to be propped up by Kevin Durant, everybody who tweets him would be that. You know what I'm saying? Like he would be doing that shit over and over and over.
Yeah.
I'm the only guy. And it's because he saw something and because of what I did achieve. And that's how he noticed me, is what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's no different than somebody sitting across the table and looking at you like, oh, he gets to go to all the WWE stuff. But like, you put the work in. You got in the room. You earned that. You know what I'm saying? You're not lucky. You did that shit.
Yeah.
And so I did struggle with that for a while and kind of realize what it was. And, I give all the credit in the world to him because he knew what he was doing and he's very well aware of like what his presence means and what his stamp means. And I think it's true of me and you as well. Like, we're aware of it on the level that we're at. So he's particular about it. For sure. I don't care what people think of what we do when we had, but like, I'll always be in his corner because he's always been in mine.
Yeah.
And I think it's, now that I reflect on it, it's the result of a lot of hard work. I was at the smoking section working for free and then for $10 a post. And, I'm essentially paying to work there because I'm driving to the Bay so I can interview this person, that person. I grinded and moved around with this media shit. And I watched you do it too. It's like, I respect the grind and we've been here for so long, right? We've seen people do it and quit.
Yeah.
And they go on to do whatever they're going to do elsewhere. And it's like, there's a lot of days and it's like, man, this shit is not all it's cracked up to be.
At all.
At all. That's why, I just seen you, what was that, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and it was like, I was so happy to, be able to cheer you on and celebrate you for, I've been watching you do this show for I don't know how long.
Yeah.
And for it to grow and grind and become a thing, and I've been a part of these grinds, you know what I mean? So I celebrate and salute that shit every time.
No, I appreciate it.
So, to kind of answer what you're saying, like, shit, Kevin was the one who told me, like, yo, some people need the rocket. You know what I mean? But you deserve the rocket. That's the point.
Yeah.
And it raised my profile and it changed perception of me, because I'm a writer at heart.
Right.
And as a writer, you know what that is. I turn in my work, I'm out the way. I'm not meant to be seen. But the way it is industry now is like, we have to be.
Yeah.
And it added that to me. And, when I started the show with Kevin, I was just going to have him do it. And he's the one who's like, no, you're going to fucking do this with me. Are you crazy? And he was the one who convinced me to get on camera. And he was the one who convinced me we could do that shit.
Yeah.
And I look at the show, I look at podcasting now, and I see a lot of elements of what we did. And I know it's so many producers and people within the industry who say that.
Yeah.
So I know it's not just me in fucking ego, But, this is a journey and it's something new every day and it's ups and downs. And, with this social media shit, you never know who's going through it, who's
Yeah.
not. We was just joking about it. We was just talking about this shit. Cause it's all highlights, but it's like, nah, it's ups and downs and it's a grind. But I enjoy you start to enjoy the grind, man.
Absolutely.
And that's where the wins happen. So I'm forever grateful for Kevin. I don't give a fuck what nobody say about him. I know what he is and who he is. And it's not money, it's not none of that shit. It's like the fact that this dude, he could be doing anything in the world, but he actually cares about what's going on over here and sees whatever he sees.
Yeah.
It's meaningful to me. So, I'm happy it happened.
Yeah.
And I don't mind that people think of me as Kevin's buddy, because you know what? That's my motherfucking brother. So
it's a good dude to be a buddy.
So yeah, you're right. And so it's just, I always been in his corner.
Yeah. How is it like? All right, so watching the boardroom pod, the et ceteras come together. Like, y'all hit the ground running. Kyrie, 40, Biggs, the Quavo episode, Issa Rae. Like, it was like, that's one of the shows I like consistently listen to. There's so many podcasts out here, but like, it was different.
Yeah.
And it was cool hearing your perspective on things, hearing KD be vocal, beyond the tweets.
Yeah,
like, he's, you get a lot from his tweets, but hearing him pod and hearing him talk about hoop and hearing the passion. And then it kind of transitioned to where, like, you were hosting by yourself for a period of time. The episodes kind of slowed down. Like, what was that process like, hosting a show with a full-time NBA player and kind of operating on his schedule?
It was funny because we met, I don't know how well publicized the story. I did a TikTok about it and people laughed, but that's really how we met. I was talking shit and he was aware of me. And then I had my own podcast. And
Tampering Season, I remember.
Yes.
I remember.
So on Tampering Season, it was the summer he went to the Nets. And I did like a brief rant or whatever you want to call it, where I was basically saying like, yo, I kind of understand why he did this from a regular life sense. His brother just had a kid. He's an East Coast guy. Like, as somebody who just moved to New Jersey, my damn self in my 30s, like, I kind of understand that feeling of, I've achieved all this professionally. What can I do in my life?
Yeah.
And that big a transition. And he heard it and he reached out and we got to talking and we just became fast friends from there. And it was never on some like, let's work together.
Yeah.
I was like, when I met him, I was at a job I really liked and I was just getting pushed into a role at ESPN.
I remember, yeah.
And so I didn't like need the opportunity or whatever, but we just got to kicking it so much, it turned into like, man, we should do something. I'm starting the boardroom. Won't you come mess with us?
Yeah.
Like, all right. When I started at the boardroom, it was as a writer. I was just doing like freelance stuff. But when they decided to do a podcast, it's a startup. It's 5 people in the building. It's like, oh, Eddie, you've had a podcast. Won't you? Woo. I pitched so many ideas that were like different shows.
Yeah.
A narrative show. I pitched like this historical deep dive show where Kevin would narrate, all kind of shit. And he was the one that's like, it should just be us. I'm like, all right, like, I didn't think that was my place. You know what I mean? And the more I thought about that, the more it turned into like, we'll chill at the crib and watch games for 6 hours like everybody else. And it's like, these are the conversations. Like, this is when we're talking about this shit.
Yeah.
And it just turned into that. But it was a whirlwind, man. It was like, I had never been that visible before. The analogy I come up with it for is like, I feel like everybody has a season where they're the main character.
Yeah.
And that was a main character season for me. Like, I was just mad visible. I was all over the place. Everybody suddenly knew my name and was my friend. And, I've always kind of been popular and outgoing, but not like that. So it was fun, but like, I also insulated as well because it was like, I know who I did this with. You know what I mean? I know who was here a year ago. And so I got protective a little bit, but I just always wanted us to be authentic. I always wanted us to be as chill as we were at the house. And that's how the show evolved from, we were having great guests and we were having fun with that. But we would do a couple episodes here and there. It was just him and I, and the viewership would actually go up.
Yeah.
And so we're like, we'll just pivot to that. Like, fuck it. Like, this is a guy who, his career is such a whirlwind and his Brooklyn career, the way it ended and everything, it's hard to be consistent with that. I never wanted to be drama heavy with him. I never wanted to exploit his drama for this type of shit.
Yeah.
you know, he was down with it, but I wasn't, you know. And so we pivoted. But I think Boardroom is a company that kind of grew into a brand, so to speak.
Yeah.
And they do great events now and they do all this other stuff to where it's like they didn't necessarily need what we were doing anymore.
Right.
And people go, oh, they don't fuck with you no more. But that was the point. The point was always for like us to collide, build some shit, and then go out.
Yeah.
That's always gonna be my brother.
Yeah.
Rich is always gonna be the homie. I'm always gonna root for Boardroom.
Yeah.
But the point was never to just do a podcast for 20 years.
Yeah.
And that was what this is Kevin Durant. Like he fucking on his way to $1 billion. You know what I mean? Like he gotta be Kevin Durant, the basketball player.
Yeah.
And ideally, when you get these platforms, you build it, you turn that into something. And I feel like I have, like, has it been 100% success since the last episode I did with Kevin? I don't know. Like, I could have did different things, but I produced and hosted a live television show. I've produced many different podcasts. I've worked in great social teams since then.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still booking gigs. I'm still doing stuff. So, you know, my face card work a little bit sometimes, man. You know, Drake just announced a tour. I think I'm going to be good. So I feel like I did a lot. I mean, you know, I think about it like this. This shit happened off of a tweet.
Right. Yeah.
I might be the GOAT of Twitter. Like, real shit. It's either me or Josiah. Josiah made a fucking movie with LeBron. So it might be Josiah.
Savon getting to JBP with his tweet. Yeah.
Savon. Shout out Savon, man. That's my dog for real. But like, you know, I'm grateful for all that shit because I was doing blogs in Sacramento, you know what I mean, at my girl's grandpa's house. So, you know, look where I'm at now. I can't be mad at none of this.
Yeah, no, people have the misconception that something ending is automatically a bad thing, but it's like, if you got all you needed out of it, like the goal was achieved, you elevated your profile, KD got to give people another side of himself, made a lot of connections, made a lot of friends, like, you can't look at that as a bad thing.
I don't want to toot my horn too much, you know what I mean? Because a lot went into it and it's not just me, but I still genuinely feel like we did the best version of the Player podcast. I still feel like we got the most authentic and unique version of any of these superstars. One thing I always tell Kevin, and I think he's aware, but I tell him because the stuff we work on and shit, he's peerless. And what I mean by he's peerless is like he is unique in the sense that like everybody else at his level, they're so protected and in a bubble.
Yeah.
Kevin's the only one who could sit in front of David Letterman and say, I'm high right now. You know what I mean? Kevin's the only one who could get on Twitter and mingle with the fans and do all this shit. LeBron's not doing that. LeBron is, you know, manicured family man. And there's nothing against that. And same for Steph, same for Giannis, whomever other athlete you want to say is at his level. Kevin's the dude who is, you know, tweeting out Stove God lyrics and shit. Like, we not getting that from anybody else. He's an enigma. And I feel like I was able to open that up so much.
Yeah.
And it really, not to OD, but like it changed the perception of like what an athlete is. And then like on a deeper level, like I just feel like we did that better than everybody else. And we didn't relish in drama when we did that shit. We didn't, you know, we weren't hot taking it.
Yeah.
It was just the homies talking. And you know, for that I'm proud. I'm proud we had that imprint on, you know, what we all do with this podcasting. And like you said, just because it ended doesn't mean it was a bad thing. That's still my brother. We talk every day, all fucking day. You know that dude's on his damn phone all day. So, and it's like, we'll continue to be that. You know what I'm saying? It's a dude who, you know, my kids call him Uncle Kev. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's, you know, that was the valuable part of me. It was the journey and the relationships I built and the friends I made.
Yeah.
And I'm still popping. I'm still doing
I
some shit.
I see it. I see it on the IG story. Be at the events with the homegirl Brantley and all that.
That's my dog.
No, she's great. I love her. I love Brantley.
Yeah.
So for you, man, you've obviously been in the game for a bit. Not to call you old, Unc, but you know you've been in the game for a bit.
All right.
You've done some great things. Do you still have like aspirations? Or are there pivots that you want to make? Like, 'cause I think for a lot of people, they could look at, you know, again, what the last 6 years for you have been and been like, oh, like, well, what else could a guy like that want? But I know, because I'm the same way. we're ambitious. Like as creators, we're ambitious. We find a new mountain to climb. We see something cool that we're not doing that we want to tap into. So for you, like I noticed recently, you were doing the playback. It was called the playback platform stuff, and that's right up your alley. Like it made all the sense in the world. But are there other aspirations, goals that you have, things that you want to pivot into?
Yeah, man. Like there's all kind of shit I want to do, and you know, it's funny because when I was younger, I didn't necessarily fancy myself like a creative. But now I think older and more aware and kind of understanding my brain don't fucking ever turn off. That is what I am. There's other storytelling elements I would love to get into. I would love to get involved in TV. I mean, I'm trying to, I plan to. I would love to continue doing what I'm streaming. I think there's opportunities for me in radio and stuff like that. I think, you know, the thing is, I always tell people about my career is like, it's a great litmus test for where media went in the last decade.
Facts.
Because I went from writing, from blogging, from, you know, I wrote in newspapers and magazines to social media, which was the next step of that, to podcasting, which was the elevation, I think, in a lot of ways of storytelling and on and on and on, and picked up all these tools. So yeah, like I have a ton of aspirations. I think the thing with this business is, and we can get into media convo, but you know, the first step in this business is usually like your day to day.
Yeah.
Where is your baseline? And if you can get a solid baseline, we've had this convo before professionally. Like if you have a solid baseline, a home base, whatever it is, you can do almost anything. You know. And I've been in both places where I've freelanced and it's like, fuck, I can't do shit but the freelance. So, you know, I've been thankful enough to secure a home base, and now I can begin building out projects, and, you know, whether it's building brands, and I would love to get into clothing. There's all kind of shit I would love to do and I'm starting to do and dabbling with. But yeah, like you said, we're ambitious. This shit don't end, man.
At all.
This shit don't end. Like, I had a combo with Bomani Jones, and it was like, we were laughing because I'm like, I feel like I've had my dream job like 3-4 times now. And then it's just a job. Or you do your dream interview, and it's like, fuck, I did it. And then it's Tuesday the next day. I know you've been there too, but it's like, yo, I never thought I'd be sitting across the table from this person. It's great. It feels great. And then it's back to work.
Life
you know
goes
what I
on.
mean? It's back to work. And so, you know, had you told me 10 years ago, shit, you told me 5 years ago, you do a podcast with the best player in the league, I wouldn't even known that was a thing I could do. You know? So I have goals, but shit, who the fuck knows what's gonna happen next?
Yeah, I've said a lot on this show, like the things that I've achieved that I haven't like planned to, I've kind of just stumbled into, have been more enjoyable than the things I planned to do. Like I didn't plan to become a wrestling journalist within, you know, doing music stuff, but I enjoy that the most. My Dom interview still going crazy. Like everyone who I've gotten to speak to, that's the shit that I really enjoy the most, so much so to where I kind of want to pivot fully into this shit. But, you know, it's not as stable of a field as music, so I kind of got to keep the music base. But again, I couldn't have planned that. I never necessarily wanted to interview wrestlers, but when the opportunity arose, jumped into it. Now I think I'm one of the best. So
I agree, and I think you are, and I'm not just saying that because we're sitting there. I'm saying that as a motherfucker who has been watching mad podcasts over the last month. Since I knew I was going to SummerSlam, since I went, and it's like you have a way of getting the right shit out of people, and I think there's an art to that. I talk with Speedy about this because this is one of those art forms that I think everybody thinks they can just do. And we all have that naivete about a lot of things. I think I could fucking, if I train for 6 months, I'd be a great boxer. But like, I couldn't. But like, this is one of those ones that's like, this is really fucking hard to do. It's really hard to get people to tear down their walls and be comfortable. And I watch a lot of people not do it. And I watch a very few people do it. And so I think you're in that group. I think Speedy's in that group.
No, Speedy's great.
And like, it's funny because there's so few of us. And not that I'm putting myself in a group, it's like there's so few of us who do this job. And so you kind of appreciate it and you reward it. You know, I think some of the rewards of this shit too is like every once in a while you send out a text to somebody and it's like, I can't believe I could text this person about rap music right now. And that motherfucker would text me right back and say some shit. You know what I mean? Like, the relationships are so huge, bro. Like I know there's 10 people right now you're thinking of. It's like I never thought that would be the homie, and that's the homie.
Yeah,
and it's like that's really the reward. Like some of this work goes thankless, but
for sure.
you know, I could fucking have JT telling me about the Jeezy show. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. So I can't wait to tell people, yo, Jason Tatum voice note on the pod, nigga. We here, nigga. Don't play with us.
But it's like, you know, when they do the thing where they send Unc to talk to the kids, my advice is always, you know, this is either great advice or shitty advice, depending on how you look at it. But it's don't be weird.
Don't be weird.
Be a cool person.
Yeah, biggest thing.
And that will carry you so much in this shit.
Yeah.
A lot of what we do can be taught. I know that's kind of stepping on my last point, but a lot of like the basics of what we do can be taught.
Yeah.
I can give you 20 questions to ask when you interview, and you could do that and we get great clips.
Yeah.
But the relationships you build and that shit you put together, that changes everything for you. Going back to getting to being in the room, you know why I got to be in the room? Because I was chill.
Yeah.
I've been a cool, like, I'm not, like, for lack of a better term, I've been a cool guy for my life. And it's led me more places than, like, being good at writing.
Right.
And it just so helps that I could fucking write and do this. But that's always my advice. And it's like, if you're not weird, it's going to open some doors for you. If you are weird, it's going to slam every fucking door you ever knock on.
Yeah.
And that shit goes a long way, man.
It's the biggest piece of advice I've gotten professionally and I've given out to people is like, you can be phenomenal at your job, but if you're an asshole or weird, no one's going to want to work with you. But someone who's maybe not as good, but can get good, but is cool and is pleasant to be around, they're going to invest in you.
Yo, the amount of Zooms and meetings I've sat in where it was like the talent, the name, the face of whatever this is, and their entire message was like, I just want to work with people that's like chill to be around. Just don't bring no fucking assholes in here.
Yeah.
Like, I would say 80% of the projects I've worked on ever have had that line dropped at some point. And so think about that. Obviously, we want to work with talented people, but dog, if I got to spend 3 months in the trenches with you putting together this event, you better be a funny motherfucker. Like, and so that's always my advice. And the best way to do that, honestly, is to just be you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great people who, I use this example because I've said it to him and we've kind of laughed about it, but there's a basketball writer named Nekias Duncan.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar.
He's fucking great.
Yeah.
And by no means is Nekias like super cool guy. You know what I mean? But he's himself.
Yeah.
And it's so endearing that he just shows like he just fucking loves basketball and he's friendly and he's here to do his shit. And it's like I've watched him elevate and you only hear great things about him. He's just a great guy. You know what I mean? And so like being your authentic self will get you so much in any industry, really.
Yeah. Absolutely. I know you've been pretty vocal about the current journalism landscape. I too have my qualms with it. In 2025, with the major voices that are still the major voices or have become the major voices, and obviously the recent things that they've had perspectives on, what do you feel about the current landscape of journalism, and how do you see it returning to normal or finding a new normal or just becoming more tolerable? Because I'm not gonna lie, I as the time passes, I fuck with less and less people. Like, I'm sick of everyone. Yeah,
I try not to be OD pessimist and cynical and all that, but it's changed. There's no way around it. It's changed, and it's, you know, when I came up in journalism school for 101, is like you're not the story, but we've turned it into, you know, you never use I in a piece to like, it's all about I. It's all about my opinions, my thoughts.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, you know, Elliott Wilson is always fighting this fight. And I love Elliott, and Elliott's the OG to all of us, you know what I mean? But he's always fighting this fight against, you know, content creators versus journalists. And, you know, I think he would admit himself, he's turned into more of a content creator and a voice and an antagonist. It's just like, the lines are so blurred now.
Yeah.
And if you're like me and you want like coverage and you want like analysis, you just kind of can't get that. And it's true of almost every medium, every realm. You know, I go on YouTube and watch like movie reviews, and it's not analysis of movies anymore. It's like, I'm a guy who likes these type of movies, so this fucking movie sucks.
Yeah.
And, you know, music we could talk about all day, and sports is the same.
Yeah.
And so it's frustrating to watch. Like, you know, there's this TikToker who just like listens to music. He's like, I'm listening to this song for the first time. He's like, hippie guy. There's
the white dude. I think I saw the Drew Picasso video.
Yeah, and he just like absorbs the music, and he just fucking talks about it as music.
Yeah.
And it's so refreshing because everybody else is just like looking for the diss and looking for, you know, the line that doesn't hit that hard. And it's like every piece of content is an opportunity now. And that's how people approach it. And so it's just frustrating to watch. And like, I find myself watching less and less. You know, you brought up playback. One of the running jokes on my streams is like, I didn't know how to stream, in the sense of like, I don't watch other streams. So I don't know what the fuck y'all want me to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was like a running joke for a little bit. And I kind of picked up a rhythm of what I want to talk about, what I want to watch, that type of shit. But like, I don't consume as much of this as I used to be. And I'm the guy who used to go to the Albertsons by my house and sit in the magazine aisle and fucking read the magazine. Like, I was too scared to steal them, and I had no money to buy them. I would sit there and fucking read them.
Yeah.
Like crisscross applesauce and just reading about fucking Hot Boys and Cash Money and shit. And so, like, I love this shit. I love great analysis of things I like, and you know, I've been looking for great Frank deep dives. I almost wrote one just because I was just like, fuck, dude. But it's frustrating, bro. It's frustrating to watch. It's frustrating watching some of your peers kind of like, you know, play the game essentially.
Yeah.
You know, I salute a certain amount of it because it's like you got to do what you got to do, but it's tough, and it's like we're in the reaction culture, we're in argument culture, and people always like, not always, but I used to get hit up a lot to like go do these arguments. I'm like, I don't. No, like that's not. What is that gonna do for me?
Yeah,
and like the homie, he's doing 1 KD van versus 10 KD haters. He's doing that this week.
That's gonna be great.
Oh, it's gonna be incredible. And it's like I couldn't do that because it like I'm not that hell bent on making you think what I think or proving you wrong.
Yeah,
I'll let motherfuckers just be dumb if they want to be dumb.
Yeah.
So it can be frustrating. I think music reviews is a thing of the past, which is unfortunate because that's where I started.
Oh man, I miss doing them so much.
I do, and it's like I used to like really like I used to take it so serious.
Yeah,
you know, people care what I think, and I gotta be right about what I'm saying. You know, I could remember researching instruments and making sure I'm describing the right fucking thing. Or I hit a musician was like, is this a synth? Is this or this? And like now it's just like, what's buddy's name? Yo at DJ Booth. Gift and a curse he had with the one listen reviews. I thought it was a great concept.
Great concept.
But now that's what everybody does.
Yes.
People are on live at midnight. They're playing the songs.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 out of 10. Okay, next one. This is okay. Oh, I like this. This is cool. Okay, he 4 or 5 right now. But that last one was weak. And like, dog, like we just got done talking about like there's so many albums. I'll never forget how much I hated Black Album when I first heard it. I just couldn't. I was just like, what the fuck is this? And then I'll never forget how much I loved it. Like a month later, so it's like, you know. We all do it. We all get on Twitter and be like, this sucks.
It's natural to have, like, you're going to have thoughts on something the
Yeah,
first
but
time
it's
you hear
like, we have this thing online now. You're not allowed to change.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I've been presented with new information.
Smart people change their minds.
I'm going to change my mind a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, you're handcuffed to the tape that you had. And it's like, dog, so much shit has happened since I thought that. That was right at the time. And so, it's just like a contest of arguments. Yeah. And I don't know.
It's exhausting.
I'm sounding like I'm rocking on my porch right now, but you asked it because you knew where the fuck I was going. But
yeah, because I feel the same, and I think a lot of and you see a lot of the big name journalists like Rob Markman will be like, damn, like I'm not allowed to have an opinion. Like my opinions make you that mad, or like, you know. You name it. Like a lot of them will go back and forth with the people in their mentions who get so infuriated because they like something less or like something more. It's like, bro, this shit is so weird. It's so weird.
And it's like, I ask people this sometimes when they get to arguing with me. It's like, all right, what's the end game of this convo? I agree with you. This song is an 8.2 and not an 8.6.
Now what?
Are we friends now? Like,
did that improve your life? Like,
is my opinion more valuable now? Like, we fucking settled in the same place?
Yeah.
Or we do this thing where this just happened with Metro's album. Everybody was basically trying to call it like a throwback Atlanta album. But these motherfuckers is arguing for days and days if you pick 2005 or 2006. Even Metro like twisted up the era that they thought it was. And it's like, do y'all see what y'all arguing about?
Yeah.
You guys are saying the same thing, bro. And it's just like, as a motherfucker who argues a lot, who's made, like literally made a brand off arguing on Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, we dumb. We dumb as hell. I've argued with you. I argued with the homies.
Yeah.
I got cool with Justin, J5. Because we was arguing a lot. Like, we've blocked each other and been like, man, he not so fucking bad. So it's like, I get it, but it's like, it's tiring, bro.
Yeah.
And plus, it's like, we don't like shit no more.
No. Hate, negativity drives traffic. It's so weird, bro. And like I said it years ago, and I think it's only gotten worse since then. Like, you be feeling like the crazy one when you just think something is okay. Like, you don't hate it. You don't even call it mid. It's like you like something. You're like, yo, man, whoa, what's going on? Like, I'm allowed to like this? Like, is this okay? Like, is niggas gonna jump me? Like the Lil Wayne album, for example. Whole timeline, trashing it. So I come on this podcast, I'm like, I mean, I don't think it's a good album, but there was shit on there I liked. Y'all gonna jump me for that?
And then we're so tuned to people doing that for attention that they think you're doing it for attention. It's like, nah, bro, like this is just kind of what I think. Like,
I hate when niggas who engagement bait, rage bait, think that I'm like them and I'm rage baiting. I'm like, I don't have to go out of my way to incite a reaction from people. Like,
you just want engagement. As a motherfucker who gets a lot of engagement, I want less.
Yeah,
Trust
honestly,
me.
That's why I tweet less.
Buddy, I've been viral. It ain't cool. It ain't no fucking fun.
Niggas get mad personal with you.
Dog. So it's like,
yeah,
I'm
good. I'm good.
And it's like, me and Cam talk about this a lot because it feels like Cam's ready to quit Twitter every other day. And I am too. But we just can't. We just won't.
Yeah.
But it's like, he tweets. I feel like he tweets it every 2 days, but like, it's run the course.
Oh, absolutely.
It's run the course, and it's like, I have a Discord for my stream that's like way more entertaining.
Absolutely.
And we don't always agree. It's not that it's an echo chamber, but it's like, I feel like I live in that in these group chats way more now.
Yeah, they're just much healthier spaces.
Yeah.
Like, you feel like you're getting real thoughts from people.
And it's like, Twitter has made us all bigger assholes than we were.
Yeah.
We're just all snappier.
Yeah. No, I'm definitely mean now. Like, I've never been mean, but like, when niggas come to me with certain shit, I'm just like, yo, shut the fuck up. I'm like, damn, I wasn't. Who is this person that I am?
There's a great doc in here somewhere just about what social media did to personalities, and like, not to be like outside guy, because I'm not outside guy. I'm like, I'm at the crib. I'm passing on shit a lot.
Unless it's last lap. I still gotta go. I've never been.
You've never been?
I'm pretty sure I've never been.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But my point is, it's like, you quickly recognize like online personalities.
Yeah.
And it's really fucking weird.
Yeah.
And it's like, this shit is fried personalities. So it's a trip, man. It's like, you know, my little brother, he's like, yeah, you unplug from the Matrix. And it's like, I really want to. I really want to in a real way, but you know, this work that we do, we kind of have to be around it. So
that's probably the worst, is like, I have to promote the show.
Yeah.
Like, I can't just put episodes out and not promote it. And so in promoting it, I go to the TikTok comments. TikTok niggas is mean. They're really mean over there. They are harsh. They get personal. And then IG, like, most of the people who see it, like, I know them. So I'll go back and forth with them. I don't give a fuck. Twitter, whatever. But like, it's a necessary evil.
Yeah.
But the necessary part really sucks.
Do you have content that you consistently consume? Like reviews or like whatever type, like commentary type things?
Like, I don't like specific people? Like
people
podcasts?
Or like shows or whatever? Because it's like, I don't feel like I follow like I used to. There's some shows I used to every week. You know what I mean?
No, I used to be a super aggressive podcast listener, like JBP twice a week.
Yeah.
Need to Know was in that rotation. Y'all were in that rotation. A Show's obviously in that rotation. Black Announce Table, like sports, music, wrestling, comedy. Like I had a lot, but I've fallen off with a lot of them just because like it's too much.
Yeah.
Like I sometimes just want to sit on my couch, play PS5. I like, even with music, like there are some days I don't listen to music, which sounds crazy because I love music.
Yeah.
But there's some times where I need space from music too.
My barber talked me into getting back on my PS5. And I must say, it's been like, you know, it's good for the wind down.
Therapy, bro.
I'm playing Astrobot right now, which is not great for the wind down because it's fucking, I'm almost there till I'm almost done.
Yeah.
But it gets me like riled up. But it is good to just like not be hearing shit. Not be fucking having arguments circulating in your brain and just zone out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm playing music every day in the gym. I watch shows sometimes in the gym too. But like I go through phases. Like what you said. Like I don't want to hear no music.
Yeah.
I'll listen to podcasts for a month. You know what I mean? I'll read a book. It's just weird. Like, you know, the way our brains spin and want different things. I have these phases too where I go back and watch like classic movies and shit.
Yeah.
Watching The Godfather. And
I just went through the OG Spider-Man trilogy the other day. That was great.
I was watching like all of the Guardians movies, and then like I actually watched them and then ran them back, which I rarely do. It's just like they're just fucking good. And so I'm watching them. I'm watching like, you know, our lives, right? So first 45 minutes I'm watching the gym, and I watch the rest at the home, and then like this and this. But I do shit like that.
Yeah.
You know, if I find a show and I start binging that, like I should have controlled my life.
Facts.
So it's like I binged it's called Lawman with fucking Billy Bob Thornton. But I'll be binging shit like that. I'll binge like a network show. I was watching FBI for like a week. Like, you know, I try to get as detached from this stuff as I can, because if you don't, you'll be right there in it.
Yeah.
You'll get sucked right back in. You'll be fighting with everybody just like everybody else.
Yeah. No, I admittedly used to take Twitter like super seriously. And like, so getting detached from that has been the best. Like I can just scroll, see something stupid. Sometimes I still can help myself. I gotta quote it and call out how stupid it is.
Oh yeah.
But for the most part, I'm just like, all right, I don't need to give this more attention. So I'm just gonna scroll by, say fuck you, block you even, and then just keep going with my life, because I don't need this.
Yeah.
Because like some of them niggas who be having them viral dumb tweets will like quote you back and want to engage with you. I'm like, nah, I don't need the back and forth. I'm good. But
I had to block some known personalities just on some like, this only serves you.
Yeah.
Like you like this shit.
Yeah.
You like us engaging and fighting. I don't. Like I don't. I'm not gonna change your mind. You're not gonna change my mind. Like I don't. Like there's nothing to be gained here. So it's like I got to the point where I just started blocking people.
Absolutely. To close, what's the greatest tweet of all time?
Okay, a couple come to mind. I would say the Urkel tweet about this fuckery won't last. That's gotta be up
Legendary.
there.
Legendary.
The Stephen A. tweet that was supposed to be a picture.
Take a look, y'all.
There's a very specific Ray Allen tweet where if you know, you know. That was insane. He was supposed to be DMing some girl.
Oh.
So
okay.
Those are all within basketball. Fuck Pussy T and anybody that love him. I like that tweet.
Legendary.
That was pretty fucking crazy. Kevin has a good 10 of them, man. I think my favorite Kevin tweet is like him tweeting me, but my second favorite is thicker than a kindergarten pencil, which I had never heard in my life. Which is fucking crazy.
Girl, you look like a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. You look good. Nah, to 2010, Kevin Durant, 2010, 2012.
Special
Kevin
tweeter.
Durant, just generational tweeter.
Yams had some. He has some good ones.
For fuck white hip hop heads. I hate y'all.
Yo, that one, Kentavious Caldwell Pope got the same tweet about white bloggers that was fucking special. Man, what's the best tweet of all time though? Oh, I got one. Kawhi Leonard has one tweet ever. Have you seen this tweet?
I don't think so. I might have to look this
Yeah,
up.
look it up. I want you to look it up and react to this shit because it's fucking incredible.
What's his Twitter? Is it just Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah, I think so.
Kawhi.
It's always funny to watch people type, right?
Kawhi.
Are they like tappers?
Oh,
Are they
yeah,
really
I'm shitty with typing.
QWE or TY?
Okay.
No, not that one. It's his first tweet. Go all the way back. He's only got like 3 tweets. That one.
I gotta bookmark this so I can put it in the clip.
He met Obama. Deep fried it. That's my one.
Kawhi, man, gift that keeps on giving, man. I think my favorite tweet, one of them is the dude. It's kind of a long tweet. It's like Twitter is the only place where people like misinterpret simple sentences. Where it's like, I love pancakes, so fuck waffles. No, I did not say that. Or the dude who made that thread about you don't want to be out here. These girls is pegging out here. all that, like that pastor from Missouri.
Oh shit.
Legendary.
Another good one, I forget what it was in relation to. It was D-Wade and Gabrielle Union. That's what it was about. And it was bitches heal like Wolverine when the money long. I say, yo. That was special, man. Yeah, what's your favorite you tweet?
My favorite tweet. Oh, I made one. It was when Trump got impeached. I was like, fuck, it was something about your girl. Like getting impeached is like when someone comes to your girl as a woman. And then when it goes to Senate, that's like your girl figuring out what she's gonna do with this information. And I had a girl at the time. She replies, she's like, "Good night." I'm like, "Damn."
Oh, shit. It was worth it.
It was a great tweet, though.
Legendary.
Great tweet though. That one, I had my legendary brunch one. Like, find your bottomless mimosa partner and get off the streets. There's nothing out here. That's one of my favorite ones. I don't know, but sometimes people will remind me of them, and I'm like, oh shit, I did tweet that one day, because we've been around this for so long. We've let off so many tweets, so many ones that I didn't expect to be anything went viral. Like the Justin Bieber, when he put his album out, I said, yo, street saying he's putting out to pimp a matcha latte, million views. I'm like, bro, I'm on a flight to London bored, just letting this shit off, and
them be the best ones.
Yeah.
When you don't try, they're the best ones.
Yeah, but. A great time with you, brother. Thanks for coming through.
My man, this was great.
Yeah, for sure.
God damn, is the show always this long? Are you crazy?
No, it's just we had a good time, man. We had a good time.
Sorry, guys.
No, you good. But before we leave, we are going to jump into our slide deck. He prepared a great song for y'all, so we got to play that. Again, this is for the Patreon users. So if you want to hear some tune, patreon.com/StayBusyPod. If you're not subscribed, we'll see you next week.